There is two things every player loves: making bank and avoiding taxes. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to avoid Grand Exchange taxes and still make some bank from your flips. Drop a like if you do enjoy, and let's hit the Grand Exchange. We're over at the Grand Exchange now, and I've got 100 mil in my inventory. I'm going to see how much I can make in 5 nights of overnight flipping tax-free edition. Of course, to accomplish this feat of being tax-free, we have to focus on items that are under 100 GP each. The first flip I'm going to set is the gold bar. Now, the gold bar is a free-to-play item, but it is super consistent and has been trading everywhere between 85 GP to about 90 GP consistently throughout the week. Also, this was a flip I did in my flipping with 5 mil video, and it was a very good performer. I think focusing on higher volumes with the gold bars and just the tax-free flipping strategy in general is the way to go, because you will be able to get 4 to 5 GP margins, and if you really buy a lot of volume, that is where you make your money. So I'm going to go for the most consistent option, which is going to be 86 GP for every single gold bar that we buy. We'll look to sell these around 90 GP, netting us 4 GP for every gold bar. Because I love flipping so much and I want to help you guys out, I'm going to share one of my favorite low-cost items to flip, and that is the broad bolt. Now, the broad bolts are really easy to flip and have made me a lot of GP on low cash stack accounts in the past. The only issue with them is they have a buy limit of 7,000, but don't worry, they have very consistent margins between around 56 to 62 GP, at least recently. So I'm going to try and buy as many as I can for 56 GP. We'll try and get about 32k in quantity. Actually, let's make it about 50k because we do have the money. This is a flip I've never done, but I'm going to try the adamant javelins. It looks like they've been trading on like a 10 to 15 GP margin over the course of about a day, so I'm going to try to buy them for around a 10 GP margin, targeting 51 GP each. I don't want to get too many of these because the volume is not as great as some of the other items, so we're just going to start out with 15k. Molten glass, another classic item. I've listed these for 86 GP each, and I'll look to sell them around 90 to 91 GP each. I zoomed through the rest of our flips, but honestly, these flips are looking really nice. I listed the rune arrows, cosmic runes, mithril darts, and adamant darts, and all of these I flipped in the past, so very happy with that. We're going to leave these overnight. This is day 1 of flipping tax-free. Let's see how it goes. Also, we only invested 26 mil of the cash stack, so let's keep that in mind. Alright, we're back, and it's actually been about 2 days. I just left these offers in and let them buy out as much as they could. I think I'll be pretty happy with how this turns out so far. We finished all the gold bars, rune arrows, and cosmic runes, and we got at least a tiny quantity of everything else. So I think we are definitely in good hands. What I'm going to do now is pull up GE Tracker, and from there, I'm just going to sell these items near their daily highs, and we'll let these items sit for another 12 hours or so. Then we'll come back, collect our money, and reinvest it into some more tax-free flips. Wow, I just logged in for today and all of our tax-free flips have sold, and that was a total profit of 1.7 mil. A lot higher than I expected, especially considering that we were able to do a 9.15% return on our cash stack. Those are some freaking insane gains, and I'm pretty sure it's due to paying no taxes. Our best flip out of the bunch was the cosmic runes, closely followed by the rune arrows. We made 600k on the cosmic runes alone and 363k on the rune arrows. We're going to collect that profit right into the stack and set some more flips. We're going to go back in and list the cosmic runes and gold bars again, just because they were super consistent and easy for us to flip. I may list the broad bolts and the rune arrows as well, because they just worked out so well. But I also want to try and explore new flips that are under 100 GP. That way I can recommend you guys the best tax-free flips. I feel like this is a pretty good overnight spread. We've got a couple new items here, the buckets of sand and the mithril dart tips, the numulite, and the ruby bolt tips. All of these are higher volume and are under 100 GP each, which means they are not going to be taxed. Let's leave this overnight and see how we make out in the morning. And it has been a little bit over a day. It's been about 2 days, but I left these offers to buy, and basically we had 5 offers fill out completely, with 2 offers filling out over halfway. The only offer that did not work out for us was the rune arrows, but I'm really excited because I think there is a lot of profit to be made right now. A lot of these margins have moved upwards, so let's sell it back and see how much we've made. So I messed up a little bit here as I forgot to record the audio during the session, but basically we had everything sell and we made a lot of money. I think we made about 2.5 mil here without actually being able to sell the cosmic runes off yet, which is actually very good. So what I was thinking to do in this scenario is to actually buy more cosmic runes as they were trading around 86 GP, and then that way when the price goes back up, we can sell them for an overall gain. Just like last night, we're reinvesting into all the flips again. I have a lot of hope that a lot of these things are going to buy out. Also, the cosmic runes we're listing for 85 GP each. If we can buy out a large quantity, we can sell the overall quantity for a gain, which will be amazing, turning a bad flip into a win. We're back, and it has been about 24 hours, but this night has gotten a lot worse. We didn't get as many flips going through this time around. I think I listed just a little bit too low on the broad bolts and the molten glass, but not a huge deal. Now, the gold bars and the cosmic runes did end up buying, and the ruby bolt tips and adamant darts almost completely filled out as well, so we still have some profit coming in regardless. We also sold off some of those cosmic runes for 90 GP each, which is really good. That's going to secure us some profit and a really good margin on that first batch of cosmic runes. What we're going to do is sell the rest of the cosmic runes for around 88 GP. That way I break even on the rest of the quantity that I bought previously, and also I have 100k more cosmic runes that I can get a 3 GP margin on. I really want to get out of this flip at a good price, so that is why I'm aiming for that margin. We relisted our broad bolts and mithril dart tips. Everything else is listed as a sell offer. Let's leave this overnight and see what happens. And it's the next day, and we did have some luck with our buy offers as well as our sell offers. We sold pretty much everything besides the cosmic runes, which I'm just going to leave to sell over the next day or two. It's just going to take a little bit longer than I expected. We sold everything so far for about 500k total, and we'll sell back the broad bolts and the mithril dart tips and see how much we've made after that. We're going to leave these flips in for a few hours, but before I go to bed, I'll come back and set some more flips for overnight. And we are back, and the cosmic runes ended up selling, so we pretty much made 300k on the ones that we bought for 85 GP each, but on the rest of the cosmic runes, we pretty much broke even. We're actually slightly above break even on the rest of them, just because we were able to sell a good quantity of them for 90 GP each. We also were able to walk away with 100k profit on the broad bolts. This has been a super consistent one for us, and it's just made us a lot of money over the past few days. The only thing that hasn't sold yet is the mithril dart tips. Now, right before I recorded the clip, I actually lowered the price to 79 GP each from 82, as they haven't sold yet. Anyway, let's get a whole nother round of overnights in. This will be our last round. We'll see how much profit we can make and utilize the best items we found so far to make some tax-free gains. And here are the flips we're going with. We're going to slam these flips tonight. I'm really liking this tax-free flipping strategy. It's just nice to get some returns where GE doesn't take anything from you. Anyway, let's let these sit for about 12 hours and we'll see what we have in the morning. Alright, and it is the next day, and I had to buy a bond, but I actually was able to sell off the mithril dart tips, as you can see, for 79 GP each, so we did make 2 GP per mithril dart, about 150k in profit. But anyway, we had a ton of luck on the rest of the flips as well. A lot of buy offers came in, so let's turn it around, sell everything, and see how much we made in the past day. All the flips have sold for a total profit of 691k. This night's profits were a lot less, but we still made a 5% return on our cash stack, which honestly is very good. Our best flip was the gold bars, which we made 180k on. These gold bars have been so nice to us this entire video. Also, the bolt racks made us 125k, and we only had 30,000 of them compared to the 60,000 gold bars. Considering these are all tax-free gains, we'll definitely take it. In the beginning of this video, I said I was going to do 5 nights of flipping, but we ended up only doing 4 nights. Either way though, we ended up with 5.9 mil in profit, which means we made about 1.48 mil per night flipping tax-free. Flipping tax-free is a great way to grow a smaller cash stack because you're not paying any tax, so any margin that you do make, you are going to receive the full benefit of the flip. Also, tax-free flips are really easy to maintain. The profits and the consistency that these provide are very, very stable. Anyway, with that being said, I hope all of you can try and do some tax-free flipping. Let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. And as always, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and I'll see you in the next video.